Our Christian life is to be characterized by growth, which becomes evident as a believer progresses from spiritual milk to solid food. Once we absorb the elementary truths of our faith, we should begin to chew on more meaty ones. The question of whether God is in every circumstance falls into this category because they answer conflicts with human thinking. You see, God is in the tragedies as well as the triumphs of life. God either sends or permits triumphs to happen. When we ponder the deeper teachings of the Scripture, it is important to start with the Lord's character and promises. For example, in meditating on the fact that He does allow some extremely hard times, it is important that we should remember that in Psalm chapter 145, verse 9, it says, God is good. And in Psalm chapter 103, verse 19, it says, God is sovereign, which means that nothing, nothing is outside of God's control. In Romans chapter 8, verse 28, God promises believers that He will work all things together for their good. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 20, God keeps His promises. Let us consider Joseph in Genesis chapter 50, verse 15 to 21. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, falsely accused by the wife of his employer, and he was imprisoned unjustly. This young man was powerless and in many ways forgotten, but Joseph refused to be swayed by circumstances. He grasped the deeper truth that God had orchestrated it all for good. When God permits a trial to occur in our lives, He has said that He will use it as part of His plan for our good. Apostle Paul wrote in Romans 8:28, and we know all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. Some of us will read it in this way, and we know that some things work for good. Another way that some of us read the verse is this, and we know that not all things work for good. But the Bible clearly tells us otherwise. We know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. There are three things in this verse that we should remember. One, all things, not some things, work together for good. Second, to those who love God. And third, to those who are called according to His purpose. The Bible does not say that all things work together for good for all. Instead, it says, to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. God works out things for our good. That sounds sure to me. Don't you want God to work things for His good and your good? Notice then again that there are two prerequisites for this. One, you must love Him, and another requirement that we must be called according to His purpose, meaning we should seek His will and His purpose in our lives. Some people, including some Christians, only live for self rather for God's glory. You can tell that by the things they do, how they conduct their social lives, how they spend, how they give or don't give, whether they serve others or not. What we do and how we live our lives show to whom we live for. The things people do will tell whether we are living for ourselves or for the Lord. If we live for self or selfish motives, then we are asking for trouble. But if we live for the Lord, we have the assurance that whatever the weather of life be, all will turn out to be good. How about you? Do you believe this?